Yo, what is good, fam? You know who I am. Wealthy Westbrooks, back with another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Join the tribe. But if you've been tuned in, then you already know the vibe. Thank you so much for being a part of the community, fam. Listen, hope you've been taking good care of yourself, stacking wins. Let me close all of this airflow so we can really focus. Listen, you gotta focus. One of my videos from a few years ago that I posted on here is like one of my best performing videos. And another video is one of the second performing best videos. So like, what I'm saying here is I'm about to talk about two subjects that I really believe, I know for sure are going to help you. So make sure you listen and watch this all the way until the end, fam. Listen, you don't need friends. Okay? I'm going to say that again. You don't need friends. Okay? You don't need friends like you think you do. And God, yes, God, higher power, source, whatever you believe, the creator, wants you to be isolated right now, okay? So this video is for anybody. This video is for somebody, you. I don't know who this is for, who's watching this specifically, you know, but it's you, okay? It's you. Because I was you at one point in time, fam. And I wanted, this video is for somebody who, like the old version of me, to remind myself, because everything I was saying is what it is, and here's the truth. You don't need friends like you think you do. And God wants you to be isolated. Let me break this down, fam. Listen, if you feel like right now in your life, even if you're like, just, listen, you might just go to your job, you might just talk to regular people all throughout the day, but if you're like me, you want, like you wanted to be around people, right? Like you wanted friends, you wanted to reach out, like you try, right? You've given effort, you've done your part to bring people together, to try to, keep the friendships. And maybe you had a lot of friends back in the day, like at least I did. I had a lot of friends back in the day, car full of friends, we would hang out, go places, go to the mall, go to the movies, hang out with girls, like drive around. Like if you were like that, cool. If you're not, if you didn't, well, this still applies. So listen, there comes a time in your life, fam, when you're going to realize that you don't need friends like you think you do. And God wants you to be isolated, because the reality is when you have friends, you're really not able to fully focus on yourself. That's just the inevitability. That's just the fact of it. Like you can't focus on what you need to do entirely, because now you're taking on everybody else's problems. You're concerned about other people's like decisions. You know what I mean? Your time is being taken from you. You know what I mean? You got drama. You know what I mean? You got money that you're spending that you shouldn't be spending, because you gotta dress places and you can dress up and go places and buy things. It's just like, bro, the thing, you want to look cool, you want to fit in, bro. Like there's time and place. My best advice to you right now is, even if you didn't have friends, don't worry about it. If you had friends and you're kind of like, oh damn, I don't have any friends anymore, that's fine. That's meant to be. God has wanted you to be isolated, just like me, bro. You're an isolated chosen one, because this is how you break through to your next level. This is how you literally develop all of the attributes that you're going to need to succeed. This is when you learn discipline. This is when you learn strength. This is when you learn mental toughness and fortitude. This is when you get better as a person. You feel what I'm saying? During these times of isolation, where you're like, man, all I got is me and God, bro. That's the whole point. That's when you came into this world alone, bro. We came into this world alone. You need to be okay with that. You need to love yourself, love your own presence when you're by yourself. You got to stop feeling like thinking that you need to be around people and have people around you to feel fulfilled and feel happy and feel all these emotions and complete. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to fit in and conform and, bro, do shit excuse my language, YouTube. Do things by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do things by yourself. Go places, do things alone. You'll be surprised. In fact, fam, that's when and how it's supposed to be most of the time. Because if you go out with people, you do things with people, I mean, listen, don't get it messed up, bro. Like, I just went to a wedding and I connected with some old friends from the past and some, associates and comrades. And I'm not saying don't have people in your life and don't socialize. What I'm saying is, be okay with being alone. Be okay by yourself. Right? Find joy, find peace, find serenity, and find comfort in being alone with yourself and your thoughts, in peace and quiet. Because that's where God kicks in. That's when you can actually hear God talking to you. That's when you can get the downloads, fam. You're a chosen one. Okay? As a chosen one, you sort of naturally are going to just deviate from the group, bro. You're already not conforming and like thinking like the masses, right? You already know that a lot of people aren't like you. You know what I'm saying? In a way where it's like you're just fulfilled with so many, like you got so many thoughts, you have so many ideas, and you got so many dreams and goals, and the people around you, maybe they don't. You know what I'm saying? And so the people that you grew up with, your friends, maybe they're stagnant or they don't have the same path or vision as you. Bro, that's okay. Let them do their life and live their life and do their thing. And you got to grow apart. In order for you to evolve, you're going to have to just cut ties sometimes. Like, listen, man, it's Monday, September 8th. Okay? Monday, September 8th. Business is booming. Life is good. View is exceptional. God is the greatest, though. I'm behind the scenes editing some projects, right? I'm doing some UGC work, some content, and shout out to 3D Energy. I want to read something to you out of the Bible here. This is every day, I pick up the Bible, I pick out something that just speaks to me. You don't got to read the whole Bible in one day, bro. Just read a few pages until you find that gem that takes you through the day. Today's gem of the day. All things, whatever you ask in prayer, believing you will receive. So, what we need to do is really just stay in this state of belief, fam. We got to stay in the pocket. We can't drift out the desire. We can't lose vision. We can't lose sight. We can't lose faith. We can't stop believing in our goals and our dreams and our future. You feel what I'm saying? Every single day, bro, we have the opportunity to make progress. That's all I want for you to do is just make progress today. Even if it's just an inch. You got miles and miles to go. Let's make some progress today. Bro, the year is flying. You understand? Like, it's about to be, it's September, October, November, December. Done. 2026. Bro, that's it. What did we do this year? What did you do this year? Look at yourself 1 year ago. How much progress have we made? How much progress have you made, right? This is what we need to be measuring every single day, is that as long as we're making some type of momentum, making some type of progress, then we're good to go, baby. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm staying focused. I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping my belief system as is, knowing that what I'm doing is the right thing. Even when the fruits of the labor and the 3D world doesn't show you yet, bro. Even when you don't got the results here yet, you got to keep on working, bro. Just like when you hit the gym, right? When we go to the gym, we don't get the results right away, but we know that we're working towards results, right? The results come later. So let's just forget about trying to instantly see it right now, dog. Let's keep on showing up, putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Keeping our mind strong, reading, leveling up, drinking water, putting in that work, bro. Putting in that work, mind, body, soul. Mind, body, soul. Get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Take the right actions, right? And always believe and follow your heart and follow your intuition. Let's get it. See, I really enjoy being in isolation. You have the best chance of reaching your full potential, just staying locked in and focused on you, fam. God really wants you to just lock in on you. Not the world, not the people of the world, not the affairs and the activities of the world, man. Just stay focused on you and just work on your inner world, work on your peace, work on your mindset, work on your characteristics, work on your attributes, work on your skill sets and become a better person, work on your spirituality, right? Work on your faith. Because that's when you start to glow, man. That's when you really start to glow. That's when you really tap into full motion, right? When you're in isolation, that's when you can really tap into creation. That was a bar. Write that down. You see, some of my biggest breakthroughs have come through times where I've been forced to be alone. So just embrace it. All right, just embrace it, fam. Okay, there's a reason that you're by yourself. Okay, because through this, you're going to become more familiar with who you are. Okay, you're gonna really find your purpose. You're gonna really find direction. You're gonna really be able to tap into infinite possibilities because you don't have anybody or anything really distracting you. All right. This is a period of growth. This is your period of clarity. Okay. Get clear. You know what I'm saying? Get clear. A lot of times when we're doing so much with people, all this, it's just too much noise for you to really get clear. So being alone, having this time of isolation is a time for you to really just get clear on your next best move, what you're about to do, how you're going to do it, right? And honestly, man, if you're a chosen one, it's really, and you know this, but it's really inevitable. Okay, it's just inevitable that you are going to be on this somewhat of a lone wolf journey, bro, because you're just not like the rest of the people, bro. You don't really have the same average mindset, right? Like you're a thinker, you're a free thinker. You know what I'm saying? You think outside the box, unless you don't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're just a, maybe you just, maybe you don't, and you're like really confused on who you are. Well, perfect time for you to figure that out. Right now is the best time for you to figure out who you are. Read, watch stuff, right? That is going to help you discover what you are interested in, right? Use this time to explore, learn this time to study, use this time to navigate through your inner workings and your inner problems and your inner processes, right? Like your thought processes, right? You can use this time to literally re-identify who you are. A lot of times, you be by yourself because it is a time for you to transform, right? It's a metamorphosis. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing about being alone is like, bro, we gotta be alone. As chosen ones, we gotta be alone. We have to be because, well, we're born leaders, right? And as a leader, we stand alone. We stand apart from the crowd, right? We're not like the majority, right? They're not like us, the followers, right? The crowd, the norm, the masses, right? We're the exception a lot of times, right? The outlier, right? We have a different, unique perspective on the world, right? We have unique goals and a unique vision and a purpose that not many people can even relate to, right? That's why we're on this YouTube channel, right? Together building this community because you and we're not really cut from the same cloth as everybody else. So you might feel alone, but realistically, that's just because the people who you're around and the people who you've been around, they're just not a chosen one. They're just not like us, right? So you're going to realize that your tribe, right? Your vibe and your tribe starts to switch as your self-development and your self-actualization happens, bro. Like as you evolve, you change, right? Your energy, your frequency, and your vibration changes. Therefore, who you are around and the people you attract into your life changes. Because you're no longer like thinking and feeling and moving and just coming with that same type of energy as you before, right? So different relationships start to dissolve and disintegrate because you're becoming a new version, right? Your new reality is forming. So in order for that to happen, a lot of times you got to get rid of things, right? You got to detach and disassociate. That's a big part of it, bro. That's a big part of, being alone, being in isolation. Now, I can remember thinking like, oh, there's times when I'd be alone, and for a second you think like it was a problem. I go, is there something wrong with me? Like, do people not like me, bro? People might not like you, but it might not be for the reasons that you think. A lot of times people don't like you as a chosen one because you're just smarter than them, or you speak better than them, or you're just more gifted than them, or you just shine better, or you have more confidence or more attention, or you just seem to be the one. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, bro, as a chosen one, people don't like they low key they're jealous, bro. They hate on you. They're envious because they wish they could be you, and kind of have have your tenacity and have your vibe, and they don't get it, so they fear the uncertainty of it. They don't get you. The misunderstanding of you creates just animosity a lot of times. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens. A lot of times people don't want to see you shine, bro. They don't want to see you doing better. So you end up being alone. Why? Because people don't want to like you. Why? Because you end up being better. They can see like, oh, like, bro, like, man, Henry, he's leveling up. He's getting all these followers. He's getting all these views, and he's posting this, posting that. Like, Henry Aaron, he must think he's the. And people just start to make all these accusations, bro. And they just start to, come up with all these little stories in their mind, and they don't even want to support you, bro. That's what happens, bro. People don't really want to see you doing better than them. You know what I'm saying? But they'll all come around when when you're struggling though, for sure. They love to see your downfall. But when you're doing well, bro, people are gonna walk out your life. People are gonna just because they can't reciprocate it, they can't respect it, they can't appreciate it. They're they're just negative about it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't got people around you who are genuinely there for you in your circle, like on your side, bro, your success, your come up, your grind, like your work ethic, your mentality, just the way that you carry yourself, the way you talk, it might turn a lot of people off, right? It might rub people the wrong way, but don't take it. That's not your fault, bro. That's really just their fault, realistically. Because that's something that they need to deal with. But that's just the reality of it, bro. Like some people are just gonna not vibe with you because they're seeing you excel and they're not, right? They're just stuck. And so all they can do is project, hatred towards you and shit and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why you hear people say, it's lonely at the top. I'm sure you've heard that. They've said it. It's lonely at the top. And it's not necessarily lonely at the top, but there's not as many people at the top because majority of people just don't work to get to the top. Right? They don't do the energy work, they don't do the inner work, they don't do the physical work, they don't do any of it. So what that really means is, as you become a better person, yes, bro, like less people will be able to relate to you because most people are settling. Most people are settling, man. People don't have the same ambition and goals and drive as us and you, right? They're just like, they're okay with just the middle average, just mediocre, going to job, just same old, same old. But if you're like me, and I know you are because you watch my videos and you're subscribed to the channel, bro, you're made for more. Like, damn, like these people are some, like these people are just some. These people are kind of slow. Like keep it all the way 1,000, bro. And you might not even be the sharpest, tool in the shed, brightest crayon in the box. But I know I'm not. But I'll walk around. I'm like, damn, these people are like, you know what I'm saying? Like these people are like. So that's what happens, bro. Is like you as a chosen one is like you're just you have so much like consciousness, which could be a bad thing, right? Because you know a lot, bro. Right? You've been studying, you've been doing research, you spend your time like I do, just figuring things out. You know what I'm saying? Researching, looking up answers, looking up solutions, looking up everything, right? So you got this eclectic database of wisdom and knowledge and game and esoteric information, right? And most people just don't. And so these conversations that they bring to you are just boring, low level, just not stimulating. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even really have a good conversation. The people around you they're not on your frequency. That's why you're alone. That's why inevitably you just decide, I don't even want to associate. I don't even have the time, the interest, because there's no connection really. The things that people like to do, like the regular stuff, you don't really find much interest in anymore. Right? And that's just inevitable, bro. That's just how it goes. So hope this video helped you, man. If it did, make sure you comment. Say it, this helped me. Henry, man. Henry Aaron, this helped me. What else do you want to know, team? What else do you want to know, fam? Listen, if you need help, book a free call with me. I'm thinking about charging for the calls, but I don't want to do that. I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just do a free clarity call for you, get you on, and then maybe enroll you into the mentorship, the Westbrook's method, if you're a good fit. But my time is valuable. My time is valuable. But for now, the calls are still free. So if you're interested in booking a call, taking your life and your business and your mindset and just everything in regards to your reality to the next level, well, I'll talk to you soon. Link in the bio. Follow me on Instagram. As always, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focus on success. And when you see me drop another video, you already know what to do, fam. Tap in. Peace.